Dear ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure for me to give you also a welcome address from the Research Institute Code and to give you also some highlights what happened in 2022 or 20. As our president already said, Code objectives is building a digital ecosystem with various stakeholders to research, develop, innovate, and educate. And it is essential for Code to make contributions, significant contributions to cybersecurity for the Bundeswehr, our digital society, and European digital sovereignty. If you want to know more, please visit us as our digital exhibitor stand and go to the virtual stands of our exhibitors and also our digital stand. It's a pleasure for me to give you an overview of the professors at the Research Institute Code, and you see we are growing, which is good. And we are still not finished, so please stay tuned for the next event. It is also a pleasure for me to give you the key performance indicators for Code for 2020. You see that we had a third-part funding of around 12 million for 2020 with 23 projects. Something where from the industry, from DFG, from the Free State of Bavaria, from the third-party funds, and of course also from the Federation. It is important to say that these 12 millions are not, is not included the DTEC funding in this oversize. We have around 107 participants, or workforce for Code is about 107. And so we have from the gender share something like 24% women and 75 men. However, we are increasing these numbers, especially also on the women's side. From the research work, you see that we had 65 publications for PhD students completed last year. And from the international perspective, we are quite interconnected. We have 79 partners in 28 countries, and so to build really the ecosystem and the network. We have a lot of highlights, so allow me to focus only in this event on two. First is quantum technologies. We have three main streams here in quantum technologies. We have quantum computing, quantum communication, and post-quantum crypto. I would like to focus today on the quantum computing part. Code is one of the 16 IBM Q hubs worldwide, and the mission here is really to build a quantum ecosystem, testing software applications, seeing what we can really do in optimization, quantum machine learning. And we are in the quantum area in the kindergarten stage. So we have to do a lot of lectures, workshops, hackathons to see how really we can use quantum computing for the problems of the future. Another highlight is Concordia. In 2019, we won the cybersecurity call for building the European cybersecurity centers and a network. And with Concordia, we are doing three parts. We are providing a roadmap, building a roadmap for European digital sovereignty. We are building services that will further help to shape the community. For example, connecting, exploring, promoting, developing. And we are doing also real development work. For example, building a cyber threat intelligence for Europe. In the telco sectors with 4 telcos included there with a lot of industry and research to really build a trust basis where we can share cyber threat intelligence and also increase the resilience of the whole digital space. Concordia and Code are supporting not only from the research perspective, but also on the policy level. We are supporting the Commission in establishing the European Cybersecurity Center in Bucharest. We are building the network of national cybersecurity centers around the member states. We are supporting the Commission and the Joint Research Center in developing the European Cybersecurity Atlas. And Code itself is supporting the German National Cybersecurity Center. Everything to build the community. We have, of course, excellent also students, and it is a pleasure for me always to announce the winner or the study award of the Research Institute Code for 2020, which was gone or awarded to Robert Jurisch Eckert, with his master thesis, where the supervisor was Professor Wolfgang Hommel. And since 2018, the study prize is awarded and sponsored by or supported by the Giesecke and Devrient GmbH. Code is also, and one objective of Code is building selected events. And so you maybe remember the last Code 2020, where we had especially also the European digital sovereignty as a topic with distinguished high-level panelists. And another event that happened was the 6th Capture the Flag events, Cube Apocalypse, where 60 teams from Europe has been qualified, and the challenge was taken by 31 teams from all over Europe. It's essential for Code also to build labs, and today I would like to give you the example of the Cyber Range. Cyber Range is a virtual environment where cybersecurity analysts or specialists are trained to be aware of cyber attacks and also to train how to act in terms of cyber attacks happens. At Code, we have a cyber range with about 80 scenarios that you see also from the areas from network forensic, SQL injection to pen testing, where we train people, students, professionals to be able to act in terms of cyber attacks. It is also nice to see that the Code Cyber Range is part of the Concordia Cyber Range ecosystem, where we have, for example, the Kaipo Cyber Range, an open source from Masaryk University, the Telekom Nosi, the RISE, the Airbus Cyber Range. What is the idea of the ecosystem? The idea is to exchange scenarios and to enlarge the possibilities for building cyber competences in this area. You see, there are a lot of research highlights that it's impossible to cover in just 50 minutes. So I'm delighted to invite you to read our annual report of 2020, which is in the German and in the English, and hope you will see how broad the projects and also the, what Code can provide. Now, I would like to wish you inspiring insights, fruitful discussions in the 3 days of the Code 2021. We start today with opening statements, keynotes, distinguished experts, high-level panels and discussions, and continue tomorrow with 10 workshops, the Innovation Conference, we will see who will win today or this year, the Innovation Prize, and finalize with the science track on the 3rd day, which is dedicated to our PhD students. So it is my pleasure to give you this overview and to wish you a successful, inspiring insights, fruitful discussions, and hope to see you also soon, very hopefully in person, also on other occasions. Thank you very much.